Welcome back to our channel. In this video, we reveal some of the most valuable coins in the world, coins that collectors and investors are willing to pay thousands or even millions for. Imagine holding in your hand a coin so rare, so extraordinary, that it could transform your life overnight. A coin that most people walk past every day, oblivious to the fortune lying in their pocket jars, drawers, or old collections. Today, we're uncovering one of the rarest and most sought-after coins in U.S. history, the 1955 D-Mint Mark 1 cent wheat penny error. And before we go any further, let me ask you this. What if the coin you tossed aside decades ago could be worth nearly $1 million today? Stick with me, because the story isn't just about coins. It's about unlocking hidden wealth that could redefine your future. Let's step back to 1955. The United States was buzzing with post-war prosperity. Diners were thriving, rock and roll was booming, and small change was, well, just that, small change. But in the quiet corners of the Denver Mint, a mistake occurred that would change the lives of a few lucky collectors forever. Enter the 1955 D-Wheat penny error, a coin struck with a double die that left an unmistakable mark on its face. Most people never noticed it because, well, who inspects pennies every day? But those who did discovered something extraordinary. Imagine spotting two sets of numbers and letters where only one should exist. The subtle, yet undeniable. And here's where the excitement begins. This error is not just a collector's curiosity. It's money, serious money. In today's market, a pristine 1955 D-Wheat penny error has a staggering value of $923,000. Yes, you heard that right. Nearly $1 million tucked into something most people think is worthless. Now, before you start digging through your couch cushions, remember, not every penny is a jackpot. You might end up with a sticky handful of disappointment, or, just maybe, a goldmine hidden in plain sight. Here's the truth. Wealth like this doesn't come knocking twice. People across the U.S. are waking up to the reality that their old coin jars, dusty drawers, or forgotten boxes in attics could be literally worth millions. And it's not just the money, it's the freedom, the choices, the lifestyle that comes with it. The excitement of discovering a rare coin, the fear of letting it slip into someone else's hands, the urgency to act before the market swells even further. These emotions are real, and they are powerful. Think about it. One coin, minted over 65 years ago, sitting quietly in someone's collection, now worth enough to change lives. Could it be in your possession right now? The odds are slim, but when you strike gold, it doesn't just pay off. It transforms your reality. Now, let's bring it all together. The 1955 D-Wheat penny error isn't just a coin. It's a symbol of hidden opportunity. It represents the countless Americans who overlooked their potential wealth, and the few who recognized it and acted. The market for rare coins is hotter than ever, and the demand is only growing. Every year, collectors and investors compete for these historic pieces, and prices keep climbing. So, if you've ever wondered whether that old coin collection in the attic or that forgotten drawer of pennies could be your ticket to a life of freedom and luxury, now is the moment to find out. Don't wait. Every second you hesitate, someone else could be walking away with your fortune. Imagine the thrill of turning forgotten change into real, life-altering money. That's the power of the 1955 D-Mint Mark wheat penny error. History, rarity, and value collide in one tiny coin. It's not just currency. It's a legacy, a treasure, a chance to rewrite your story. So, if you've ever held a penny in your hand and wondered, could this be special? It's time to look closer. That little coin could be worth hundreds of thousands, even close to $1 million. And maybe, just maybe, it's the one that changes everything. Imagine holding a single coin in the palm of your hand, a coin minted over 80 years ago, seemingly ordinary, yet potentially worth more than your neighbor's entire luxury car collection. Yes, I'm talking about the legendary 1949 Mint Mark 1 cent wheat penny, a coin that has become the holy grail for collectors and investors alike. But here's the catch. Most people dismiss it as just another penny, unaware that they could be sitting on nearly $1 million in pure value. Before you scroll past your old coin jar, think for a moment. What if that shiny copper disc in your pocket, or hidden in a drawer, is worth $923,000 today? That's not a typo, not a fantasy, it's real, and people just like you are cashing in. Now, I know what you're thinking, $923K for a penny? That's crazy. But stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal will change the way you see every penny you've ever collected. In fact, one misstep could cost you the chance to unlock a fortune, while the right knowledge could make you part of an elite group of coin owners living a lifestyle most only dream of. Let's go back to 1940. The United States was in a transformative era, wartime economy, factories buzzing, families saving every cent. And in that very year, the U.S. Mint produced millions of wheat pennies. Among them, however, were a select few that slipped through unnoticed, missing their mint mark entirely. Think about it. An error that's small, almost invisible to the naked eye, yet it created one of the most sought-after coins in the world. It's like finding a rare diamond in a sandbox. Here's the thrilling part. Collectors and investors are willing to pay almost $1 million for this tiny, copper treasure. Why? Because rarity combined with perfect preservation turns a simple penny into a crown jewel. Imagine walking into an auction room and hearing someone shout a bid that could buy you a brand new mansion, except it's for a coin barely bigger than a quarter. That's the power of scarcity, history, and demand all rolled into one. Now. You might be thinking, I don't even know if I have a 1940 no mint mark penny. And that's where it gets exciting, because most Americans overlook what's sitting right under their noses. That coin jar you keep in your kitchen, that drawer full of forgotten change. One careful inspection could turn decades of casual collecting into a life-changing discovery. And here's a little humorous truth. Yes, your grandkids might be more interested in Fortnite skins than coins, but someday, they could be heirs to a nearly $1 million legacy. But here's the urgency. These coins are vanishing fast. The market is exploding, collectors are getting aggressive, and each passing day is a lost opportunity for those unaware. If you wait, someone else will scoop up the treasure that could have been yours. Don't let hesitation turn into regret. So, what makes the 1940 no mint mark wheat penny worth so much? It's the perfect combination of rarity, historical significance, and condition. Coins in excellent condition, untouched by wear, and certified by professional grading companies are commanding jaw-dropping prices. $923,000 and climbing. Even pennies that are slightly less perfect can fetch 6 or 7 figures. The excitement in the market is palpable. Collectors are constantly hunting, and every listing becomes a spectacle of intense bidding wars. Now, picture this. You take a careful look through your old pennies and discover the one coin that could change your financial story forever. That thrill, that moment of realization, it's electrifying. Owning such a rare coin isn't just about money. It's about becoming part of a history that collectors across the country will envy. It's your chance to be bold, strategic, and recognized as someone who knows the real value of treasures hiding in plain sight. Here's the bottom line. If you have a 1940 no mint mark wheat penny, or even think you might, don't let it sit. Experts, collectors, and investors are actively seeking these coins. They're rare, they're highly demanded, and they represent a financial opportunity that almost no one recognizes until it's too late. This is more than a coin. It's a ticket to wealth, prestige, and financial freedom, so check those drawers, jars, and old collections. Take a close look. That little copper circle could be your doorway to a nearly $1 million payday. And remember, in the world of rare coins, hesitation is the only thing standing between you and the life-changing discovery that's waiting for the next sharp-eyed collector. Or maybe even you. Imagine holding a single coin in your hand, small, copper, unassuming, and realizing it could be worth more than most people earn in a lifetime. That's exactly what happened with the 1944 no mint mark 1-cent wheat penny. A rare gem in the world of coin collecting. If you've ever thought, could my old pennies be worth anything? Then brace yourself. This isn't just a story about coins. This is a story about fortune hiding in plain sight, waiting for the sharp-eyed collector who knows its value. And here's the kicker. The current market value? A jaw-dropping $888,000. Yes, nearly $1 million for a single penny. Now pause for a second. Think about that. You may be sitting on wealth without even realizing it. But here's the catch, these pennies aren't easy to come by. They are extremely rare, highly sought after, and in demand by collectors who will pay top dollar. And that's why this story starts with urgency. The moment you hesitate, someone else could snatch up the opportunity of a lifetime. Have you ever imagined a single penny could change the course of your financial future? If not, you're about to understand why the 1944 no-mint mark wheat penny is so extraordinary. We need to step back to World War II America. In 1944, the U.S. was fully committed to the war effort. Copper, the main ingredient for pennies, was needed for ammunition and equipment, so the U.S. Mint experimented with alternative metals. But some pennies slipped through production without a mint mark, making them accidental rarities, coins that were never meant to survive in such scarcity. Now imagine the journey this coin has taken, passed through decades, surviving closets, drawers, and forgotten jars of coins, until it lands in your hands. There's a thrill in knowing that what was once pocket change could now be your golden ticket. Collectors feel a rush when they find one. It's not just about money. It's the thrill of discovery, the excitement of owning history, and let's be honest, how many people can say they hold something that could literally make them millionaires overnight? That's not exaggeration. That's the reality of the 1944 no-mint mark wheat penny. Here's a little twist to reset your attention. Did you know that even some professional collectors will check a jar of old pennies with a magnifying glass like it's a treasure map? Imagine your own aha moment when you spot one. That's the thrill, and it's addictive. So what does this mean for you right now? If you have old pennies lying around, maybe tucked away from decades of coin jars, forgotten collections, or gifts, it's time to look closer. The market is exploding with demand, and wealthy collectors are willing to pay top dollar. Remember, $888,000 isn't just a number. It's proof that rare coins like this have life-changing value. This is where action separates dreamers from doers. Every day, rare coins change hands in private auctions, online marketplaces, and high-end collector circles. If you hesitate, that rare penny could be bought by someone else and quietly disappear into a vault. But if you act, if you recognize value and move decisively, you could hold in your hands a fortune that most people can only imagine. And here's the most exciting part. Finding such a coin is like holding a secret key to wealth that the rest of the world doesn't know about. It's history, it's fortune, and it's yours for the taking, if you look. So, if you haven't done it yet, grab those old jars, dust off the drawers, and check every penny. Because the next 1944 no-mint mark wheat penny could be waiting for you. Time is ticking, collectors are watching, and wealth is waiting. Don't let this golden opportunity slip through your fingers. A single penny, forgotten by most, could become the most valuable coin in your life. Imagine telling your grandchildren that their inheritance started with a penny in a jar. That's not a dream. That's the reality of the 1944 no-mint mark wheat penny. And trust me, once you see it, you'll never look at pennies the same way again. Imagine holding a piece of history in the palm of your hand. A tiny, seemingly ordinary penny that could unlock unimaginable wealth. Not just any penny, but the rare 1945 no-mint mark 1-cent wheat penny. Yes, the very coin that collectors dream about, the one that could turn a humble collection into a fortune. You might be sitting on this treasure without even realizing it. And the truth is, the clock is ticking. In today's market, this penny has been valued at an astounding $768,000. That's right, over $750,000 for a single coin. Now, take a moment to imagine what you could do if that was in your hands. Pay off debt? Buy your dream home? Travel the world in comfort and style? The possibilities are endless. But here's the catch. These coins are vanishing fast, snatched up by savvy collectors and investors who understand their true worth. But let's back up for a moment. What makes the 1945 no-mint mark wheat penny so extraordinary? On the surface, it looks just like any other penny, humble and unassuming. Yet, hidden within its copper and zinc, it carries a mistake, a minting error that has turned a simple coin into a historical gem. Most 1945 pennies bear a mint mark, signaling where they were struck, but the no-mint mark version is the unicorn of pennies. Incredibly rare, historically significant, and worth a fortune. And here's a fun thought. If you found one in your change, you might have laughed and pocketed it without a second thought. That's the kind of opportunity that could literally change your life overnight. Now, let's talk about the market because the numbers don't lie. In today's world, collectors and investors are competing fiercely for rare coins, and the 1945 no-mint mark wheat penny is at the very top of that list. With a current market value of $768,000, it's not just a coin. It's a ticket to a lifestyle most people only dream about. And here's the critical piece. Coins like this don't stay available. Once they hit the market, they're gone, often before the average person even knows they exist. Imagine discovering that someone sold the very coin you could have owned, and suddenly, that opportunity has vanished forever. The fear of missing out is real, and it's powerful. But don't panic, knowledge is power, and now you have the insight to act. What makes this coin even more thrilling is its story. It represents a moment in American history, minted at the end of World War II, yet lost in the shuffle for decades. It survived time, inflation, and generations of hands, quietly gaining value until someone with an eye for history realized its true worth. That could be you. And here's a little secret. Many collectors say that spotting one of these pennies is like finding a needle in a haystack, except the needle could make you a millionaire. So, the question isn't if this coin exists somewhere out there, it's whether it's in your possession right now. And if it is, the moment to act is now, because opportunities like this wait for no one. Here's where it all comes together. If you have old pennies tucked away in jars, drawers, or forgotten boxes, now is the time to look closely. That unassuming coin could be the rare 1945 no-mint mark wheat penny, the one that collectors are willing to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for. And even if you don't find this exact coin, taking a serious look at your collection could reveal other hidden treasures, each with their own story and incredible value. The excitement of discovery, the thrill of realizing something ordinary is extraordinary. That's a feeling you don't want to miss. Picture the moment you confirm you hold a coin valued at $768,000. Imagine the rush of excitement, the sense of accomplishment, and the doors that suddenly open. Investments, dreams, and a lifestyle you've always wanted. This isn't just about money. It's about opportunity, legacy, and the power of recognizing value when others overlook it. And remember, every day that passes, someone else might be snatching up these rare pennies. So hesitation isn't just costly. It could be life-changing. Don't let your fortune slip away. Dive into your collection, investigate, and claim what could very well be your ticket to a truly extraordinary life and the world of rare coins. The 1945 no-mint mark wheat penny is more than just copper and zinc. It's history, it's wealth, and it's the chance to transform your life. And if you find one, know this. You're holding a story, a legacy, and a treasure that could change your future forever. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could turn your life upside down. Not tomorrow, not in some distant fantasy, but today. A coin so rare, so sought after by collectors, that it can sell for nearly $1 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? But that's exactly what the 1950 D-Mint Mark 1-cent wheat penny is. A tiny piece of history, yet a colossal fortune waiting in plain sight. Now, before you scroll away thinking it's just another penny, let me ask you this. What if that coin sitting in your old coin jar is actually a golden ticket? Wouldn't you want to know? Now, I know what you're thinking. A penny? Worth nearly $1 million. Yes, and here's the thing. This isn't just a story of coins. It's a story of missed opportunities, of fortunes quietly tucked into drawers and forgotten albums. And for those who act fast, it's a story of life-changing wealth. The 1950 D wheat penny is not just rare because of its age. It's rare because of a subtle but extraordinary error in its minting. One tiny, almost invisible anomaly transforms it from a humble penny into a treasure worth $923,000 in today's market. To put it bluntly, while most pennies are worth a cent, this one is worth, well, enough to change how you think about your entire collection. Here's the kicker. Very few people know what to look for. Most collectors, even seasoned ones, pass it by. It's hidden in plain sight. That means the window of opportunity is closing, and every day you wait could mean someone else is cashing in on what could have been your fortune. Imagine realizing too late that the penny you ignored could have bought your dream home, funded that exotic travel you've been postponing, or even secured financial freedom for generations. Now, let me pause for a second. Picture your uncle's coin jar, filled with dusty pennies. Do you laugh at the idea that one could be $1 million coin? Well, here's a fun thought. If you toss it in a wishing fountain, it won't grant wishes, but if you spot it first, it could grant wealth. Suddenly, spotting it becomes the ultimate treasure hunt, and believe me, the thrill of finding one is as electrifying as it is life-altering. But the stakes are higher than excitement. They're financial, emotional, and urgent. Every week, collectors and investors are snapping up these coins at record-breaking prices. $923,000 is the current benchmark, and that number is only climbing. You're not just holding a coin, you're holding leverage in a market where rarity equals unimaginable value. Here's the truth. Wealth favors those who recognize opportunity before it's too late. If you have a 1950 DeWitt penny, or even a collection that could hide one, you are literally sitting on a fortune that could transform your life overnight. The question is not whether you have it, it's whether you are prepared to act. Professional collectors, auction houses, and private buyers are actively searching for coins like this. And when the right buyer sees your penny, the sale isn't just a transaction, it's a statement. Your foresight turned history into wealth. This isn't just about money. It's about seizing the moment, about turning something ordinary into something extraordinary. Imagine telling your grandchildren one day that their legacy started with a coin you didn't overlook. That is the power of rare pennies, and that is the power of this very moment. So, don't wait. Look through your jars, check your drawers, and examine your old albums. One small coin, 1 second of recognition, could secure a lifestyle most people only dream about. And if you do find it, remember, the market is hungry. The collectors are waiting. And fortune, as always, rewards those who act decisively. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could change your life forever. Not a stack of cash, not a lottery ticket, but a single penny, yes, a penny. Today, we're diving into a story that feels like it's ripped straight from a treasure map. One that could put hundreds of thousands of dollars in your pocket if you know what to look for. I'm talking about the 1952 DeWitt penny with the rare D mint mark error. A coin so sought after that collectors around the world would give anything just to own it. And here's the kicker. The current market value for a perfect example? An astonishing $777,000. That's right, over $750,000 for a coin that most people overlook in their loose change jar. Now, before you rush to check your couch cushions, let's pause. Yes, it sounds unbelievable, and that's exactly why most people ignore it. But what if the coin you've had tucked away in an old drawer is the key to unlocking a fortune? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll see why missing this opportunity could be the biggest regret of your life. The story of the 1952 DeWitt penny begins at the Denver Mint, a place that churned out millions of pennies each year. Most of these coins were destined for everyday transactions, and no one imagined that one minor error could create a coin so rare that it would become the crown jewel of any collection. The D mint mark, stamped incorrectly or in an unusual position, transforms an ordinary penny into a sought-after treasure that commands attention from the most serious collectors. Here's where the excitement really kicks in. Think about it, millions of coins were produced in 1952, yet only a handful have this error. The odds are incredibly slim, which means if you own one, you're holding something that could instantly elevate your financial status. And let's be honest, that feeling of holding history, rarity, and potential wealth in your hand? Priceless. But let's have a little fun for a moment. Imagine dropping a penny and someone scoffs. It's just a penny. You lean in and whisper, "This is no ordinary penny, my friend. This could be worth more than your car." Humorous? Sure. True? Absolutely. That's the kind of power this coin carries. It turns the mundane into the extraordinary. And here's the part that really makes collectors and sellers alike sit up straight. Demand is skyrocketing. Wealthy buyers, investors, and historical enthusiasts are constantly on the lookout for these rarities. Every day that passes without selling or evaluating your coins is a day where someone else could claim what could be yours. The market is red hot, the competition fierce, and the window for maximizing profit is shrinking. Now, let's talk numbers, real, life-changing numbers. Right now, a 1952 D-wheat penny in excellent condition is valued at $777,000. Imagine what that could do for your lifestyle, your family, or even your retirement. We're not talking about vague dreams here, we're talking tangible wealth, right in your hands. And the good news? You don't have to be a professional collector to recognize value. History, rarity, and condition speak volumes, and the market rewards those who act quickly and wisely. But here's the truth. Every minute you wait, someone else could scoop up these treasures. The fear of missing out isn't just psychological, it's financial. Every day that passes without evaluating your collection, without taking action, is a day the coin you might already own could slip away from your grasp forever. So, what should you do if you suspect you might have one of these rare pennies? First, don't underestimate its potential. Have it authenticated, professionally graded, and listed for the right audience who knows its value. The world of coin collecting is precise, discerning, and fiercely competitive. But if you navigate it wisely, the payoff is monumental. This isn't just a coin. This is your opportunity to transform a small piece of metal into a life-altering fortune. Remember, history favors those who recognize value when others walk past it. The 1952 D-wheat penny isn't just rare. It's a doorway to wealth, prestige, and a story you'll be proud to tell. Don't let it sit forgotten in a drawer while others cash in on what could be yours. The time to act is now. Your fortune, quite literally, may be hiding in plain sight. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could change your life forever. Not just a coin, but a piece of history so rare, so coveted, that collectors would pay hundreds of thousands, no, even over $700,000, just to own it. Today, we're diving into the legendary 1953 D Mint Mark 1 cent wheat penny error, a coin that has collectors, investors, and wealthy enthusiasts across the country scrambling to get their hands on it. If you've ever found an old penny tucked away in a drawer, a jar, or even under a couch cushion, what if I told you it could be worth more than your annual salary? Maybe even your entire retirement nest egg? That's the kind of power a single coin can hold. Now, before we go any further, let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt that tiny pang of regret when you realized something valuable was right under your nose all along? Well, today, that regret can turn into opportunity, but only if you know what to look for. Let's set the stage. The year is 1953. The United States is emerging from post-war prosperity, and the U.S. Mint is busy producing billions of pennies. Among those millions, a rare few slip through with a striking error. This is where the magic begins. The D-Mint Mark wheat penny, unlike its ordinary counterparts, carries a misalignment that makes it one of the most sought-after coins in modern numismatics. It's like finding a diamond hidden in a pile of rocks, or a golden ticket in your cereal box. But instead of a chocolate factory, it could grant access to hundreds of thousands of dollars. Here's where it gets even more exciting. Only a small fraction of these coins exist, and the current market has surged to an astonishing $765,000 for a perfect specimen. Let that sink in for a moment. That's not just money. It's freedom, security, and legacy all rolled into one small, unassuming penny. Imagine telling your grandchildren that your old coin collection wasn't just a hobby, but the key that unlocked generational wealth. Now, I know what you're thinking. Sure, that sounds great, but how do I know if my penny is the real deal? Excellent question. Here's the insider truth. The rare 1953 D-wheat penny error has very specific characteristics. Slight misalignments, doubling of certain features, and subtle differences that only a trained eye or a professional grader can confirm. And here's a little secret for you. Even collectors who've searched their entire lives will pay top dollar for one of these pennies in pristine condition. And speaking of secrets, have you ever wondered why some people seem to stumble upon rare coins by accident while others search for decades? Sometimes it's luck. Sometimes it's knowledge. And in this market, knowledge is the ultimate currency. Now let's connect the dots. You have a coin, maybe forgotten, maybe just sitting in a drawer. That could be the 1953 D Mint Mark wheat penny. You've seen its value skyrocket to $765,000, and the demand is hotter than ever. Wealthy collectors, museums, and private investors are ready to pay top dollar, and they won't wait forever. Every day you hesitate, someone else could be snatching up these rare coins. leaving you with nothing but what ifs. Here's the reality. This isn't just about coins. It's about seizing opportunity, protecting your financial future, and joining a world of collectors who understand the value of history, rarity, and timing. If you own this coin, or even a few pennies from that era, don't let them gather dust. Each one is a ticket to potential life-changing wealth, and the market is hungry for it.so. Here's the question you need to ask yourself. Will you let this opportunity pass, or will you act now and secure your piece of history? The rare 1953 mint mark wheat penny isn't just a coin. It's a story, a treasure, and for the right person, it's $765,000 of pure opportunity waiting to be claimed. Don't wait for someone else to tell you, it was too late. The time to act is today. Imagine holding a piece of history in your hand, so rare that collectors around the world would give anything to own it. Now picture this. A 1956 wheat penny, no mint mark, hiding in your old coin jar or forgotten drawer, quietly waiting to reveal a fortune beyond your wildest dreams. Yes, you heard that right, 1 penny, 1 year, 1 mintless mark, and a current market value of $765,000. Pause for a moment and let that sink in. That's not a typo, not a rumor. That's real, tangible money sitting in plain sight. And the scary part? Most people toss these coins away or leave them tucked in a dusty album, never realizing the treasure in front of them. Now, I know what you're thinking. A penny worth almost $1 million? No way. But that's exactly why you need to pay attention. The world of rare coins isn't just about metal. It's about history, scarcity, and timing. One tiny mark, or in this case, the absence of one, can turn something ordinary into a life-changing asset. And right now, the market is hotter than ever. Collectors are hunting, bidding wars are erupting, and every second you wait is a second someone else might claim your fortune. Let's rewind to 1956, a post-war America full of optimism, diners, sock hops, and the quiet rhythm of coins clinking in pockets. The U.S. Mint produced millions of pennies that year, but only a select few slipped through without the mint mark. No D, no S. Just a solitary Lincoln cent quietly existing as an anomaly. You see, mint marks are like signatures. They tell collectors exactly where a coin was made. Missing one? That's a mistake the mint would never repeat. That mistake, my friend, is what creates instant rarity. Now here's a fun little fact to make you chuckle. Imagine the mint workers stamping these coins day after day, never realizing that a single misstep would, decades later, turn one of their coins into a six-figure jackpot. Who knew a little penny could laugh all the way to the bank? But this isn't just about humor, this is about opportunity. People just like you have discovered these rare pennies in jars, drawers, even under couch cushions, and suddenly found themselves holding a key to financial freedom. And the truth is, every single second that passes, more of these coins are being discovered or locked away forever. Collectors are obsessed with scarcity, and the 1956 no-mint mark penny is the crown jewel of their pursuit. Its value isn't just in the metal. It's in the story, the rarity, the history, and yes, the adrenaline of knowing that this coin could turn your life upside down in an instant. With the current market value sitting at $765,000, it's not just a coin. It's proof that sometimes fortune hides in the smallest places. So here's the truth. If you've ever wondered whether your old coins might be more than sentimental keepsakes, now is the time to act. This isn't just speculation, this is real money, real collectors, real bidding wars. The 1956 no-mint mark penny is highly in demand, and every moment you delay, someone else could be making the discovery that should have been yours. Imagine walking into a coin shop or auction and watching your coin spark a bidding frenzy that pushes its value to hundreds of thousands of dollars. That could be your reality, but only if you pay attention today. Ask yourself this. Are you the person who lets history and wealth slip through your fingers, or are you the one who seizes it? The next time you're cleaning out old jars, albums, or drawers, remember that fortune is not always in banks or stocks. It's in the overlooked, the forgotten, and the rare. And the 1956 wheat penny with no mint mark is the ultimate reminder that sometimes the smallest things carry the biggest rewards. So don't wait. Don't hesitate. Take a moment, check your collection, and let your curiosity guide you. The opportunity to turn a penny into $765,000 is not theoretical. It's here, now, and waiting for someone bold enough to recognize it. Will that someone be you? Imagine holding a single penny in your hand and realizing it could be worth more than your car, your vacation home, even a small fortune tucked away in a safe. Sounds unbelievable, right? But for collectors and coin enthusiasts, this is not just fantasy. In the world of rare coins, there exists a 1957 1-cent wheat penny no mint mark, a coin so rare, so unique, that its current market value has skyrocketed to a jaw-dropping $854,000. Yes, you heard that right. Over $800,000 for a single penny. Now, I know what you're thinking. A penny? Really? And if that's your first reaction, don't worry. You're not alone. Most people dismiss coins as insignificant, but history has a way of hiding extraordinary treasures in plain sight. This is the kind of discovery that can turn a casual collector into a millionaire overnight, or a forgotten drawer coin into the centerpiece of your legacy. Let's rewind to 1957. The United States was buzzing with post-war optimism. Families were buying their first cars, kids were saving allowance coins in glass jars, and the nation was unknowingly minting history. That year, the Philadelphia Mint produced pennies with a small but critical detail. Some coins were struck without a mint mark. Most of these pennies disappeared into circulation, barely noticed by anyone. Yet, a tiny fraction survived, and they are now among the most sought-after coins in the world. Imagine for a moment the excitement of a collector, sifting through a dusty jar of coins inherited from a grandparent, and suddenly spotting that perfect 1957 no-mint mark penny. That heartbeat, that rush of discovery, is something money can't buy, but it can make you incredibly wealthy. Here's where it gets fascinating. What makes the 1957 no-mint mark penny so valuable isn't just rarity. It's a perfect storm of historical significance, collector demand, and near-mythical scarcity. Out of millions minted, only a tiny handful are known to exist in top condition today. Dealers and private collectors are actively hunting for these pennies. If you have one, you hold not just a coin, but a key to a hidden fortune. And let's pause here for a quick reality check. Have you ever found a coin that made you stop and think, wait, could this actually be valuable? That little spark of curiosity could lead you straight to a life-changing discovery. Think about it. While others are spending hundreds of dollars on lottery tickets hoping for luck, your luck might already be sitting quietly in a drawer, unnoticed, waiting for the right moment. Here's a fun question for you. If you had a penny that could buy you nearly $1 million today, would you really be checking under couch cushions? Or would you be dialing a collector immediately? That's a trick question. You'd be doing both. Now, let me be clear. These coins are disappearing fast. Auctions are seeing prices escalate with every sale, and private collectors are willing to pay top dollar without hesitation. If you're sitting on a 1957 no-mint mark penny, the window to sell is now. Waiting could mean leaving hundreds of thousands of dollars on the table. And who wants to look back and realize that a lifetime of fortune was literally in their pocket all along? Not you. The truth is, the market for rare coins like this isn't just strong, it's insatiable. Wealthy collectors, investors, and museums are constantly seeking to acquire these treasures. And when they find them, the price reflects the scarcity, the history, and the story behind the coin. That's why the current market value sits at an astounding $854,000. And climbing. So what does this mean for you? It means opportunity. It means potential. It means that your old coins, perhaps forgotten in jars, drawers, or boxes, could transform your financial future overnight. The 1957 no-mint mark wheat penny is more than just a coin. It's a symbol of discovery, a testament to patience, and a ticket to a lifestyle many only dream about. Picture this. One small coin, once thought to be mere pocket change, becomes a conversation starter at dinner parties, a centerpiece in your collection, or even the starting point of your next investment. That's not exaggeration. That's the power of rarity combined with timing. The coin market is booming, and the demand for these historical treasures is stronger than ever. And let's be honest, there's nothing quite like the thrill of knowing that while most people are overlooking what they think is just a penny, you could be holding the key to hundreds of thousands of dollars. That mix of excitement, urgency, and potential fortune. It's addictive. And the best part? You don't have to wait for luck. If you have the coin, the market is already knocking at your door. So, the question now is simple. Are you going to let history and wealth pass you by? Or are you going to check that jar, that drawer, that dusty old box, and see if a 1957 no-mint mark penny is quietly waiting to change your life? Remember, this isn't just a coin. It's a story, it's legacy, and it's your chance to step into a world where a single penny can hold nearly $1 million secret. Don't wait. The rare coin market moves fast, and the time to act is now. Because in the world of numismatics, fortune favors the bold, and your 1957 wheat penny could be the boldest move you ever make.